AI companies are buying books and scanning them and then destroying them. 404 media investigations are now finding that tech companies are purchasing massive quantities of physical books, slicing off their bindings to scan their pages into artificial intelligence training datasets and destroying the physical copies in the process. Listen. You have to burn some books for a revolution, and this is just the modern version of that. This is the modern version of burning books, except this time it's not the Hitlerian groups, it's the Sam Altman groups, which is it's a fun twist to have the fag being the one that's like the one burning books. I'm going to take over the entire world. I'm going to control what history was, all that. That's really just it's just weird. It's curious. To uncover the operation, reporters partnered with an independent bookseller who placed an Apple AirTag, a tracking device, inside a volume shipped from an online marketplace. A tracker led across the country to a specialized Amazon facility in Las Vegas, Nevada, where employees reportedly processed large orders of printed titles by stripping their spines for rapid automated scanning. So you take the book, and instead of because fuck it, you're not going to do what they did in the 90s when they wanted to photocopy books, where it's like you take it, you stretch the spine out, and you place it flat down on the photocopier. No, they're going to cut the spine, and then they're going to place them down so that you also don't. You remember when your teacher would photocopy like a picture in a book, and you'd see the spine down the middle where the shadow was printed out? That they're avoiding that entirely. They're like, no, we're going to get full prints of each of the sheets. We just have to destroy the book in the process. Maybe that means that this will be a modern day burning of the Library of Alexandria. That's none of your business. This will be the burning of the Amazon library. Don't come for us. Don't try to burn us like data centers. We have Jeff Bezos money. We will be sending you into space on one of our jets. Listen, in the industrial practice known as destructive scanning reflects the tech company's aggressive efforts to acquire the high quality human written text to train their large language models. They don't want Reddit posts anymore. They're tired of stripping all their data from like Quora posts. So books printed before the rise of artificial intelligence are considered especially valuable for the dataset assets because they provide structured prose guaranteed to be free from AI-generated text. In response to the investigation, an Amazon spokesperson confirmed the tech company purchases books through commercial channels to help develop and refine products and services, though the company did not elaborate on specific AI model training pipelines. So their strategy around fair use and copyright law and whatnot. The previous court rulings involving AI developers like Anthropic suggested that purchasing physical books legally, converting them into digital files, and destroying the original print copies constitutes transformative format shift that may qualify as fair use. However, authors, publishers, and other independent booksellers are continuing to criticize the practice, warning that consuming and discarding physical volumes, including rare out-of-print titles, erases valuable literary history to feed commercial software engines. Instead of what they should be used for, people should be reading them.
There has been a boom in used book sales, likely driven by AI. Some used and independent bookstores have reported receiving unexpectedly large bulk orders and suspect the books are being scanned to train AI and then destroyed. Now, as part of a new investigative report, 404 Media put a tracking device in one book to figure out where it would end up. Journalist and 404 Media co-founder Emmanuel Myberg wrote about it in a story titled, "We Tracked a Shipment of Rare Books. It Ended at an Amazon AI Training Facility." Emmanuel Myberg joins us now. Emmanuel, thank you for being with us. What made you want to do this experiment, placing a tracking device into a container of used books?
To know if it's real.
I was talking to a bookseller who had been in the business for many years. They told me that they suspected, based on the amount of books that were being purchased from them in bulk, that they think AI companies were buying the books, but they couldn't confirm.
Listen, it's not just that they want the only copies of these books. That's also true. They want to, alter what these books say. They want their version of history to pass over. They want you to eventually be like, well, my grandpa read a bunch of books, but then we mostly sold those, or they got bought up, and we donated them to like thrift stores and whatnot. And the thrift stores don't have any books anymore. That's really weird. But I wonder where all those books went. But we have our Amazon Kindle, we have all of our other things, so like we technically have the books, and then you'll never have any other version of the book. eBay is gonna, mostly those books are gonna eventually they'll get to those, they'll buy those up when they have the chance to, but they'll take care of the original copies. They will put forward their version of history. It will be the greatest rewriting of history we've ever witnessed. I'm a little scared of it, because they'll be able to go like, hey, Jeff Bezos was the original god. He's been here since since the beginning. His children actually are to inherit his wealth. They will be they will be the new Adam and Eve. They will literally rule the earth as king and queen. You need to get ready for it now. Start praising the Bezos family.
The way these books are sold is via these platforms that keep the buyers anonymous. And we just wanted to find out if it was really an AI company, and we found out that it was Amazon.
So the books have to be destroyed for the scanners to efficiently process the pages. Many people, for one, are taking issue with destroying books, but what they're doing is actually legal. Can you explain why they're doing this?
That's a complicated question, but one version of an explanation is they bought the books, they can do what they want with them. There's been a lawsuit from book authors against another AI company called Anthropic, and one of the decisions in that case from the judge was that it was fair use for them to create digital copies of the books if they destroyed the physical copies. That way they're not duplicating the book, which allows them to keep a copy and sell a different copy. And that kind of gives them legal protection to do so. As you said, the main reason to destroy the books is to more efficiently scan them, but there's also a legal incentive to do so.
Well, very fun, ladies and gentlemen. And I will put that in the description if you'd like any more information about it. But, I don't need to drag down the mood any further with the idea that our history is being rewritten. Hold on to your books if you do have them and continue to get more, because it's just, they look pretty. Even if you don't actually plan to read any of them, bookshelves are aesthetically pleasing.